And you still can't edit.
Still can't edit? Somebody said they could edit. No one can
No,
edit?
I told it. I got it.
You lied?
I lied.
Okay, maybe they're not terrible. There's something wrong today.
It is beta.
Well, I had a whole class of 20 kids editing the same, and it's a real pain when they start messing with you. Alex was in there.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all can imagine.
Oh, fun.
So, I know it can be, I know it could be done at one point.
See, I added a comment though.
Well,
I was
comments
able to
you
add a
have.
comment.
Well, that's changing the date.
Let's let me move forward to show you some cool things you can do with Fusion Tables that I can do with Fusion. And I was not. So anyway, to make some of these. First off, this is some data, and there's different ways of visualizing the data. So when you come up here and say visualize, you could just see the default is the tables as your rows and columns. If there's geolocation there, you can say show it to me on a map. So you just come here and it will give you a map. Is it gonna? I found a bunch. How did I find those? I guess it's didn't need us to clean them up. So this is showing who's born in Russia.
St. Valentine.
Oh, very good.
Clever. I did not put that.
We didn't do that. So anyway, we can zoom in and sort of see where some people have been born.
Who's the other Texas person?
Go ahead, but look at this. Go over there.
I think that's one of the Bob Allens.
Zach.
That's me. I was wondering who the other dot is.
Oh, yeah, we have a Zach. War.
Oh.
Okay, so you just go click on it. It's going to tell you that's me. Yes, I'm from Texas. I didn't know that. Okay. So notice that it's dumping all this data out there. So you may want to create a Fusion table that doesn't dump all your data out there. You want to sort of give a subset of it when what you want to show on that link. And so what you can do is go back to visualize, go back to table. Sorry, actually go back to your map. Configure your info that's going to show up in the window. And so when somebody does click on one of your dots, you can say what you want to show. So you can uncheck the things you don't want to be showing up over here. So you may not need all that stuff when somebody checks on your, clicks on your info. Some other things you can do is for visualization. You can say, well, there's a bar chart. How do I bar chart this data? Well, it's kind of really confusing looking right there. So it's trying.
You need to try the 9,000 inch.
90,000 is really stupid.
That's someone who's really, really old. And so these are who's that old? It's one of those Bob Allens.
It's like St. Valentine.
St. Valentine.
Someone was really clever with St. Valentine. That was
So what it's doing is you can choose what you want for your what is it you're going to be graphing.
No, I'm
the
pretty sure
label
St. Valentine.
and then the data. And so this is the inches. This is our inches tall, isn't it? And so somebody. So we go back to visualize. Go to the table. Go find Valentine. We can make him maybe a little smaller, 90. That's what happens with negative inches. Let's go back to visualize. So it has some negatives, so that's fine. This data is not very meaningful, so you might want to put someone's name there. So instead of having the timestamp being graphed, we could do what is your name. We have our names and our heights. The only thing you can bar chart are numeric. So that's our only numeric field. Timeline. We didn't have a date time in there, did we? I'm not sure what I'm getting now.
Is that when it was recorded?
Yeah.
Like when they came in?
Okay, these are the
Timestamps.
timestamps. Yeah. So this is so who's signed in first, second, and third.
And then height.
Right, and it's using the height in inches. So there's our negative height and our negative height. There's Valentine.
So if we added some to the form right now, would it update it automatically?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. The form, the web form dumped it to the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I imported the data from the spreadsheet into this, so it's not real time. If we come in here and edit and add a new line, we come back to the table and just put some more data in here. there's a lot of ways you can do that. One way is you can just come down here and click and start adding. Or you could come here and say, I want to add a whole row. So edit, add a row, and it gives you a nice little form to fill in your row. So I could actually, what was that first one? This is our timestamp, so we can pick, well, I'll just pick, there's no hour on it though. I'm not sure how to get the hour. But we'll put that guy down. Who's going to be adding to our Jesse Mercer?
Yeah.
Sure.
And how tall is he? 91 inches?
No, he's sitting down, so he's only about 40 inches.
I was making him stand out, okay. And where was he born? We'll say Penfield, Georgia.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
And his email we're going to leave blank.
Isn't there a Hell, Missouri?
Yeah.
He could be born
So
there.
we've added another row to our data. We can go, hey, they did clean it up when we just graphed it. Well, that was nice. I learned something. Go back to map. That should get the field.
Yep. There you go. All right, that's Georgia. Yeah, zoom in probably.
Got to catch up.
Was Penfield that
That's
close?
me rubbing his one around.
Oh, yeah. He's not in there yet. Wait a minute, something's not right. Oh, maybe because he's not. Let's go back to table. Yeah, he's still yellow. So how do we get him unyellow? Well, we can do it this way, but those all took care of themselves when we loaded it, and it actually went through and accepted them.
Is it safe?
It sort of saves itself as you're going along, just like in all Google Docs. We can go and accept him this way. Say, yeah. Now he's no longer yellow. So when we go to our map, we have
You got it right above, yeah, 20.
here. Come on. Yeah. So as you add data to the table, it updates. What's nice about this? Sorry, I've been a little sick. You can decide on one of the visualizations, the bar chart, pie chart, a map, and embed it into a web page. And so what you can do is, let's say we wanted to, let me zoom out a little bit. Close this guy. I want to take this map and put it on a web page. How do you think I can do that? There we go, get embeddable link.
Oh, okay.
There gives you an iframe that links to this table and sets it up looking somewhat like this. So you can actually put this into a web browser, web HTML, and you'll have an embedded live to the data link. So the web page can be sitting out there. You go update your Fusion table and go back to the web page, and the live data will be out. That's really, really handy. Let me show you an example of how I did that in the last 2 weeks, just because I had a tool given to me and I was given an assignment in a committee meeting. So we went to the dean asked us to look into Mercer offering a graduate program in liberal studies. And he gave us a list of schools that offer a graduate program in liberal studies. And so we were just looking for this list, and I thought, it would be interesting to see where they are on a map. And so we had, the data was easily obtainable, and it had a list of schools and their location just given to me in text, just like this right here. And so just like what we did with your survey, I imported this into Google Fusion table. And so you can go visualize, get the map, and you can see, oh, this is really cool. Sorry. So there's 3 different kinds of dots now. What's going on? Anybody?
All the marks and stuff?
Yeah, there's special markers that I put out there. First off, the little red dots, well actually all the markers are the schools from the list. We were actually, in this committee, we were going to all go pick 2 or 3 schools that we wanted to go and investigate their program. And so, if you click on this blue one, it will say that that is Reed College in Portland, and Bob has selected it. So actually in that spreadsheet, I'm sorry, it's not a spreadsheet, in that Fusion table, I set up another column that says who has selected it and gave them a code. And I associated my code with blue. A teacher named Catherine is the only one who's replied, and I assigned a code of green. So she picked those 3 schools, I picked these 3 schools, and we're waiting for someone else to come along and pick a school. Let's go back and look at the visualization, the table.
I'll take anything in California.
You take anything in California? You want to go out and really investigate?
Yeah.
Oh, if that were the case, I would have probably picked, because I picked like
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Winthrop, just right up the road, and stuff like that. So this was this column came from the data, just cut and paste from a actually just cut and paste from the Association of Masters of Liberal Studies programs. Okay, and then I actually have a column for selected by. If you start scrolling down, you'll see there Catherine, and I actually had to put a. This seems sort of like redundant data, but a 4. I just put a 4 there. And you're saying, why does she get a 4 and I get a 1? It's actually alphabetical order in the group list. And so, but the question is, how do I get that 1 to make a blue marker for me and a 4 make a green marker for Catherine? You sort of with me?
Is it a style thing?
It's sort of a style. So we go back here to our visualization, go to the map, you come over here and configure styles. Where's my mouse? Configure styles.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
So, first off, they have some sort of choices of fixed, just saying we'll just pick one, and all of them will be that guy. Or some kind of column, you can pick the different columns of your spreadsheet and do stuff with them. And then I actually created these little buckets, saying that my field name.
Selected code.
Oh, that is the name of the column name. The column name is selected code. Confusing. And so that if my selected code is in that range from 0 to 1, we're going to use that guy. If it's 1, 2, 3, there's the 4 for the green, 5 and 6.
Is it because it only takes numeric values? That's why you have an extra code.
Say it again.
It's only because it'll take numeric values.
This thing,
Yeah.
this was set up with numeric. I have not seen other options. You mean like for Bob or Catherine?
Yeah.
Right, I did not see that. I didn't really investigate it either. But it just had numbers here, so I made another column, put numbers in it. And then you can pick which ones these. There's not a lot of choices. There's 5 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles and pins. So there's not a lot of colors here. You would think that custom means I could put my own image there. Maybe you can. I don't know how. But anyway, you set that up, and your spreadsheet. Your map visualization takes on the appropriate markers. So you can actually put color-coded interface to different types of things.
I had a question. Did you go back to your list of data that you got?
The visualization, table visualization?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you have to parse any of that, or does it automatically go to Spring Hill College replace?
I copy and paste it, and it came in. This is the text that came in.
Right.
And let me do this. This is another very important thing I've just rushed by. I'm going to go in and edit the columns. Edit the modify columns. This is where you define the data type for each column. So that's actually saying that this is. That is one thing. Okay, that's the name of a column, and it is a location. The only choices here are numeric, text, location, and timestamp. So I set this to be a location. And then you can do some kind of formatting with it. And then for looking, David, this was your question earlier about the longitude, latitude. If you put in here the right format of a longitude number, semicolon, latitude number, it works. And it knows where it is. An alternative to that is to have some kind of 2-column, say this is a location, and maybe you have a word name there, and then you can associate with it 2 columns. You have to pick 2 numeric columns, to hold the longitude and latitude.